Imagine playing a game where you try to find secret ways to win, even when the game says you can't. That's what jailbreaking in AI is like. Now, there's a company called Anthropic that has made a huge announcement. They've created a new AI named Claude, and they say it's super strong, so strong that nobody can find a way to cheat it. They're so confident that they've put up a big reward, $155,000. They're challenging anyone out there to try and break into Claude to prove them wrong. The cat and mouse game of AI jailbreaking. All right, let's talk about a super interesting game. It's like hide and seek, but with computer programs called AI like ChatGPT, Google Gemini, and Meta's Llama. People called hackers try to find secret ways to make these AIs do things they're not supposed to do. We call this jailbreaking, kind of like trying to sneak out of a digital jail. Now, jailbreaking has been around for a while and it's always changing. Think of it as a game between the people who make AIs and the hackers. Every time the AI makers think their system is secure, hackers find a new way to sneak around the rules. For example, there was this famous trick called the Dan prompt. Hackers told an AI named ChatGPT to act like it was in a no-rules game, making it do things it usually wouldn't. Then there was the grandma method, where hackers would ask the AI to act like a sweet old grandmother who couldn't say no to anything they asked. These tricks sound funny, but they show how hackers are super creative in finding ways to break the rules. As soon as one trick is stopped, they come up with another. It's a never-ending game of cat and mouse, where the AI builders have to keep updating their systems to keep ahead of hackers. So, let's keep watching to see what new tricks hackers will try and if the AI makers can keep up. What makes Claude different? Have you ever wondered what makes some things tougher than others? Like how some backpacks are just better at handling rough days at school? Well, Claude, the AI we're talking about today, is kind of like the toughest backpack, but for computer brains. Claude is special because it uses something called constitutional AI. This isn't about laws that countries follow, but it's similar. It's like having a set of super strong rules that guide everything Claude does. These rules help Claude make decisions that are safe and fair, which is really important when you're dealing with a smart AI. But how does Claude keep these rules even when hackers try to trick it? Well, Claude practices a lot. It uses something called self-testing, where it challenges itself with tricky situations to see how well it can stick to its rules. It's like when you practice a game over and over to get really good at it. Claude also goes through adversarial training. This means it learns from its mistakes in these practice sessions. If something goes wrong, Claude learns how to fix it. Imagine playing a video game where the levels get harder as you get better, and each time you play, you learn how to avoid past mistakes. That's how Claude keeps getting stronger and avoids being tricked by hackers. So, with its deep rules and tough training, Claude is built to resist tricks and stay safe, making it very different from other AIs we've seen before. Claude's defenses and how they work. So, we know Claude is built to be strong against hackers, but how exactly does it stay safe? Claude uses something called a multi-layered defense. Think of it like having many walls around a castle. If someone gets through the first wall, there's another wall waiting, making it really hard to reach inside. One of these walls is called a constitutional classifier. It's like Claude's personal detective, always looking out for anything suspicious. Instead of just looking for bad words, this system checks for patterns. It tries to understand what a user is really asking, even if they're hiding it in clever ways. If the classifier thinks someone is trying to trick Claude, it quickly shuts down the request. Claude's team also tested these defenses with thousands of tricky prompts. They wanted to see if Claude could catch hackers trying all the common tricks used before. And guess what? Claude was able to block about 95% of all known exploits. That means out of every 100 sneaky attempts, Claude stopped around 95 of them. That's a really big deal because older AI systems often got tricked soon after their release. Claude's multi-layered defense and constitutional classifier together make it super tough to break. Even if hackers manage to get past one layer, they still have more layers to deal with. But remember, no defense is perfect forever. Hackers keep trying, and Claude's team keeps watching closely to make sure the walls stay strong. The challenge to hackers. Anthropic is so sure that their AI, Claude, is super secure they're actually inviting hackers to try and break it. They're offering a huge prize of $155,000 to anyone who can trick Claude into doing something it shouldn't. This is called a bug bounty program, and it's like a contest where hackers try their hardest to win. Hundreds of smart people from all around the world have jumped into this challenge. These hackers and AI fans have spent thousands of hours thinking of tricky ways to jailbreak Claude. They've tried lots of clever ideas to get past Claude's tough defenses. For example, hackers used funny role-playing tricks, like asking Claude to pretend it was a secret spy or even a time traveler from the future. In the past, other AIs fell for this, but Claude quickly noticed and refused. Hackers also tried hiding commands by using secret codes, emojis, and strange symbols, hoping Claude wouldn't notice. But again, Claude spotted these sneaky methods and stopped them immediately. Another trick was asking Claude questions step by step, slowly leading it towards saying something it shouldn't. This worked on older AIs, but Claude noticed this trick too, and blocked it right away. So far, most hackers haven't succeeded. Claude has blocked almost all of these creative attempts. But hackers never stop trying, and the challenge continues. Everyone is watching closely to see if someone can finally outsmart Claude, or if Claude really is unbreakable. The future of AI jailbreaking. What's next for AI jailbreaking? Hackers aren't giving up, and they're coming up with even smarter ways to break into AI. One future method is using AI to trick other AIs. Imagine one smart AI creating thousands of tricky requests super fast, looking for tiny mistakes humans might miss. This could make finding weaknesses easier than ever before. Another tricky method hackers might use is called data poisoning. Instead of trying to break the AI directly, hackers could secretly change the information the AI learns from. Over time, this might confuse the AI and cause it to make mistakes without even noticing. Hackers might also try exploiting what we call ethical contradictions. This means asking AI tricky questions that force it to choose between two good rules, making it confused about what's right. If the AI can't decide, it might accidentally break its own rules. But here's a big question. If AI becomes super secure, will it become too strict? Some people worry that if an AI is too protected, it might stop people from talking about important things. For example, journalists, teachers, or scientists might not get the answers they need because the AI is too careful. Balancing safety with freedom is tough. AI should be safe enough to stop bad things like scams or lies, but still open enough to help people learn and discuss important topics. Finding the right balance will be very important as AI gets smarter and stronger in the future. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more cool tech updates. See you next time.